Listen to mirror, mirror, the reflection of the love. Listen to listen to listen to listen to.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, what is up? Welcome back to my trading journal. I hope you guys are well and keeping safe out there. So I've had a lot of new followers coming over from the TikTok. So today's video is kind of like a get to know you video. I've had a lot of followers coming over from TikTok, moving over to the YouTube to hang out over here and get some more coaching from me. What is up? Good to see you. But the question I'm getting a lot at the moment is, what is Trade Creatives? Because on YouTube, everything is Jessica's Trading Journal.
Jessica's Trading Journal.
Because this is my trading journal to an extent, right? The documentation of my trading journey. However, Trade Creatives is my handle across all social media platforms if you're looking to follow my trading stuff. And why is that, do you ask? Because Trade Creatives is my own trading team that I created 2 years ago, back at the start of COVID. So today, let's talk about it. What is Trade Creatives and why did I start it? So I know some of you here might be artists and creatives, and a lot of the time we find it very difficult to talk about money. So here on this space and in this video, we're going to be talking about money. Is that okay, everybody? I hope so, because you've got to get used to it. But the reason you are here is probably because you've been looking at Forex, you've been seeing charts and candlesticks moving up and down, and you have absolutely no idea what's going on. You have no knowledge, no skill. Maybe you have a trading app and you just click buy, and that's it. Or maybe some of you haven't even clicked the button one time. Some of you are brand new and have never even traded in your life. Well, I want to tell you that everything is going to be okay. Because honestly, the answer to your problems is probably right here in these Forex and crypto markets. Because as artists, we have a lot of expenses. We've got headshots to pay for. We've got classes to make sure that we're always developing. We have got people to pay if they're supporting our businesses. We've got advertising to run if we're trying to market our business. We've got supplies to pay for. As a training stunt artist, me personally, I am currently paying for horse riding, high diving, rock climbing, taekwondo classes, gymnastics, trampolining, dance classes. I'm also in the process of choreographing my own dance work, which is completely being funded by the Forex and crypto space, pretty much. We also need to pay for like rent and food, right? Another one, thank you. So despite all of these expenses kind of coming as a default with our career as freelance artists and creatives, we have been conditioned to believe that the broke artist lifestyle is what we deserve. Artists have always been told that we have to starve for our art. We're almost like we're like the lowest in the ladder when it comes to economic importance, according to Western capitalism. I mean, even when I was in school, when I told them I wanted to be a performing dancer and choreographer, they told me that I would never make any money. But the point is, until we reach that financial success within our creative craft, how do we support and sustain ourselves as artists? That isn't having 3 or 5 coffee shop jobs with a 0 hours contract. It's just not sustainable. There's a reason why artists are miserable and depressed and just not coping well, because we're having to really do the most. And there are systems out there that we can use to make life just a little bit easier. I'm just a firm believer that the starving artist mentality is very, very archaic. It's very Victorian, and it has no place in 2022 or in the 20s with all of this technology and abundance of innovation, especially when things like money are becoming so much more creative now. I'm just a firm believer that we need new leaders to kind of be at the forefront when it comes to taking on these new ideas, new innovations, and new systems. Hence why I created this community, Trade Creatives. We are a group of artists, freelancers, and hobbypreneurs who use the foreign exchange and crypto markets to fund our creative careers. But I think it's really important to note that I haven't always done this, okay? My investment journey started in 2019, just after I bought my property. So I bought this house here in London on my Jack Jones with, doing the most, trying to get as many little jobs as I could to save up enough for a deposit for a house. And literally in the same week when I put my deposit down for my house, my manager at work at the time made me redundant. So I had done the adult grown-up thing, which everybody glorifies, getting on the property ladder. But we know that any form of investment has risk, right? So I had the worst case scenario of any person who was taking a quote unquote safe risk, right? I bought a property, but then had also lost my job. So I had no way to pay for this liability. Well, for this asset, which very quickly I realized was not an asset, having a mortgage is a liability, right? But I always say that things happen for a reason, because again, in that very same week, I bought a house, was made redundant. I also got offered a job on a film set, and I met a girl on there who was trading. And I just said to her, like, look, sis, I don't know what this is. If it's illegal, I'm going to say nothing. But let me in, because I think I need this right now. And to be honest, I never looked back since. So I joined the I Am Academy platform, which is what she used. And I learned very quickly how to place trades and how to actually make money from pretty much day one, which was fine, very easy and very straightforward. Box ticked. But the more important thing about what I learned was about where I stood as an artist within our kind of global and national economy. Right? And then how I can use that information to better my situation for the future as a sustainable and profitable artist. I also read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If anybody hasn't read that, I really recommend that you read it. I do have a PDF copy, actually. I might link it down below. Feel free to go and grab a free PDF copy. If you have an iPad, you can actually save it onto your GoodNotes app and then make annotations on it as you go along, which is what I really like doing. But in this book, he teaches us about financial literacy, which we do not get taught in school for obvious reasons. But he teaches mostly about the importance of cash flow. He taught that poor dad did the normal thing and he was broke. And he taught that his rich dad was able to do something different and therefore made his life sustainable. So I want to make it very clear to you, everybody, that I am not bashing jobs. I love jobs. Jobs are great. If you are in a 9 to 5, I would never tell anybody to quit their job. Having reliable income is super, super important, especially if you want to be investing comfortably. And if you really enjoy having that financial bump at the end of the month, then by all means continue on with that journey. I am 100% freelance, so I don't rely on a 9 to 5, but for most people, having a reliable income at the end of the month is essential. But I also think that the word job stands for just over broke. And the reason why I say that is because most people are living hand to mouth. They are living paycheck to paycheck. They're receiving that text from Halifax at the end of the month saying you're nearing your usage limit or you've exceeded your overdraft limit. Who's ever had one of those? Maybe you're out at Nando's and you're kind of nervous and shaking before you tap your card to see if it's even going to get accepted or not. And you find that it does get accepted and you're like, whew, who would have thunk it? And why is that? Because of our liabilities. So, artists, I just want you to have a very brief think here. I want you to think or write down on a bit of paper how much money came into your account this month. How much money came into your account this month? And then I want you to write down how much went out. Netflix, Uber Eats, TFL, travel around London or commuting to work, Starbucks, Costa, one of mine. And now I want you to write down how much money did your money make for you? If the answer is 0, then I want to welcome you to Trade Creatives, where we are going to forget our fears, because here we take trades and investments based on our skill and our knowledge, not based on our emotions. I mean, some of you watching this are going to be the best traders ever or the best investors ever, and you don't even know it yet because you haven't started because maybe you've been too fearful. And I know a lot of the time we're thinking, oh, I'm just not really about money, or maybe it's not for me. And I want to say that if you have to buy food, then money is for you. By default, money is for you. Okay? So get that imposter syndrome out of your mind. Imposter syndrome will rob you of your dreams and of your money. So get rid of that. And I know it can feel scary and like the unknown, but I want to tell you it's going to be okay because you are still new. This is the first time where you are actually going to have so much control in your hands about how far your money goes. It's all up to you because we teach you how to become your own portfolio manager. Now, what I will say is if you are brand new and you're a lazy person, this might not be for you. Just a disclaimer, this might not be for you. We do use smart contracts and crypto protocols, which are a little bit more hands-free, and you can just put your money into something and let it grow and do its thing. That's cute. That's very nice. I'm talking about for those who actually want to learn how to trade so that they have complete financial independence. That really is where the jackpot is. If you're lazy, it might not be for you. If you would prefer to just put your money into something and let it do its thing using a crypto smart contract, hit me up on Discord or on Instagram. We can talk about that another time. But if you want to learn how to be self-sustainable, and if you are going to study and do the homework and follow the steps, I can assure you that this will change your life. Because here we learn how we can still lose more than we win and still be in profit. It's funny because a lot of the YouTubers, or from what I hear of the YouTubers, because I tend not to watch trading stuff on YouTube, I just don't need to, people really try and push that you have to be 100% accurate in the market. And I'm just like, huh? It's just not true. It's the biggest lie that we have been fed by our own people. But I also do think that comes with the nature of Forex trading. There's a lot of like toxic masculinity. There's a lot of glorification and people trying to be the most admirable and like, I learned how to trade and make $1 million by myself within the space of 1 month. Whilst that sounds very admirable and amazing and heroic, it's actually a lot of the time not true, not sustainable, and also you don't know what's going on in the back end of their trading. I would rather have ensured sustainable long-term profits than risk it all. Do you know what I mean? I would rather like get rich safe. Sorry. If you want to make money fast and risk it all, head over to forexbob.com. I don't know. But that's not to say that you won't have some amazing statistics, okay? You are going to have amazing percentages, but I'm going to say here for even the lowest, least intelligent person on this call, even though I know y'all aren't, but even for the person who feels like they might be the lowest in the room, right? We can show you how you can only be 40% accurate and still profit, right? Tension and fear, gone. And that's why you're here. That's why you're watching this video, because you're busy, you've got things to do, you're an artist, you are innovating and creating your projects, and you just want to make your money, pay for your headshots and go, right? Yes or yes, that was me, and still kind of is me to this day. Even though I'm choreographing, I'm working in the film industry, I'm doing stunt training, I'm doing a million things within the creative industry, but I'm still trading every single day and managing to make my profit and go and reinvest and put it to work and pay for things. And all of these things that I've spoken about are not some fantasy. It's what we're doing in Trade Creatives every single day as a community. And this is why I've been really looking forward to doing this video, because I love it. I love teaching this stuff to people who are outside of the know, because it just shows you that there is another way. You don't have to give up on your dreams when you're 30 and get a real job. You have goals, you have milestones as an artist that you want to reach, but maybe right now you are where I was, a broke artist, probably struggling and maybe sometimes crying. You're also probably maybe sick and tired of reading about Bitcoin and not knowing anything about it. But that's why you're here with me on this video today and starting to learn more about the Trade Creatives team. But there are so many members who are just like you two, and they've been enjoying. Some of y'all need to relax. I've been seeing too many pictures of holidays. You guys are eating differently as well. You know, I'm gonna have to, maybe I should call a meeting. Like, you guys need to chill, okay? But that's because the results of the different investment platforms that we use are just absolutely phenomenal and just so wonderful. So let's get into it. Now, I do not want you to overcomplicate this, okay? Because you can start investing in just 3 very simple steps. And when I say 3 steps, you guys are going to be like, oh my God, this is too good to be true. Whilst that's an ideology, I want you to park that mindset and just over there, okay? Because this is just you and me time. Imagine that we're just chilling at the pub with a pint and you're just asking me what I do. This is it. Take it or leave it. So, step number 1. You can actually get a free Trade Creatives membership now. I know. All you have to do is follow the steps over on the Trade Creatives website. Let me know who you are, what you do, what you're about, and then join us on the Discord community. That gives you access to me. I'm on my phone 24/7, but you can ask your trading questions. You can hang out. We have crypto chat in there as well. You can share your memes. We game, all sorts of stuff. You can hang out on the Discord with me and the Trade Creatives OGs. Step number 2, you become a level 2 Trade Creatives member, which is when you actually take a step to invest in any of the platforms that we actively use to do our investing, right? So that's either you become an I Am Academy member, so you start actually investing in yourself and your education to become an independent trader. You can go hardcore Forex and learn DeLorean and Purple Zones with me and the team every single day on our breakfast club. Or you can go fully DCX and just go completely cryptocurrency if you are a crypto nerd. You can learn how to make your own NFTs over there as well, and that is exactly what I did myself. The price for that comes out to what, like £6 a day if you go for the elite pack, which you can make back every single day so long as you just use the tools. Just use the tools in the platform, people, okay? If some of you are thinking like, oh no, that's too expensive, then like just please stop buying ASOS and Starbucks for 1 month and you'll be absolutely fine. It used to be £500 a month and we were paying it. So £6 a day, it's a no-brainer. You're going to do all of your homework. You're going to do Breakfast Club with me every single day, and we'll get you on your compounding journey. And what I really love doing is helping our newbies go from their first £200 in their baby trading account up to their first 1,000 in around a 90-day window, depending on how much time you put into it, right? However fast or slow you grow is up to you, besties. Or you could pop some of your capital into one of our cryptocurrency platforms that actively use crypto asset management, staking, yields, farming, and minting. There's so much going on. There's just a lot. There's a lot of information and there's a lot of stuff, and it's just so fun. The point of this is, and you can see why I'm smiling, my brain is getting that little dopamine hit right now. It's because you want to set yourself up with your own financial ecosystem. From your Forex trading, you can use those profits to then put into other crypto platforms to ensure that one thing feeds another thing, feeds another thing, feeds another thing, so that you have systems in place that pay you daily, weekly, and monthly, so that you can pay yourself a solid wage, not only to pay for your house, your life, your food, but also for your creative craft as well. It's all about having a plan. All of this just feels like a game. It feels like Monopoly, right? Money is simply a game. Hack the matrix, win the game. And then if you want to become a level 3 Trade Creatives member, that is for those who I have seen take this world very seriously and are kind of on the same level and wavelength as me and my Trade Creatives OGs. So there you have it, levels 1, 2, and 3. And all of this information in this video might feel kind of overwhelming, and I totally get it. Some of you might just want to pay off your debt and go. That's fine. You can still do that here. But what I want you to do is have your long-term vision in mind. Think about the things that you actively want to be working towards. Yes, we've got our small short-term problems now, but very quickly those things are going to go away. Your life can drastically change in a 6-month window, and it doesn't have to take over your creative life. Trading and investing is not about gambling. It's about risk management. And this is what you're going to learn within your education as part of the Trade Creatives team. There's a reason why I call all of our members trading robots, and that's because I train you guys how to become robots in this market, how to become emotionless in these markets, because trading with your emotions is going to get you nowhere. If you feel absolutely nothing when you receive a loss or a profit, you are indestructible as an investor, and that is what we need to instill into our upcoming artists. Because in order to ensure a strong financial future, we need to be our own CFOs and park our emotions and our egos at the door. As a dancer, I am so in love with this world, and I know that this might scare the bejesus out of you, but if it excites you and you want to get started on your investment journey, even as a baby newbie trader, then I want you to send me a message on Instagram or sign up via the website and tell me you're ready. It starts with you falling in love with your reason why and your long-term vision and your goals for yourself as a creative, so that you can embrace trading and investing into your world to ensure the life that you want to live. I always say that nothing changes if nothing changes. And if you would like to have me as your mentor or any of our Trade Creatives members, then I want you to click the link, get signed up. I'll see you over on the Discord so that you can start learning how to trade smart to fund your art. That's kind of it from me for today. My love for Trade Creatives grows stronger and stronger the more that we progress and grow as a team and as a community and as a family of arty-farty Forex traders. And we get to decide what our future is now. So please let me know if you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Listen to your heart, mirror the reflection of